All right, let's go. Hello. Um, I'm doing a Star Wars: The Clone Wars like seasons tier list this time. So I'm gonna grab the first season. I think that's first season right there. I have them on DVD. Hold on, I can never. I forget the difference between one and two. So okay, Red's season one. Let's start with that, and I'm gonna place this in B, and let's just check out the season, see what's in there. So this starts off with Ambush, which is a good episode. I think it goes to the Malevolence arc, leads into Downfall with Droid, which I despise these two episodes. They're not good, not at all. This is more of a crack episode. Got the Bombard Jedi. This episode bad, actually good, pretty good episodes. Decent episodes. I do enjoy. All right episode. Decent arc, really good arc, and a decent finale. So I'll keep it in B. It had a lot of room for. There's a lot of room for improvement, but for the first season, it really did hook me in. Although it did push back a lot of people from watching it. It's just the fact that it was more of a kid show at first, rather than like season 4 or season 3 it started getting kind of violent. 4, 5, especially 7, it stops being the kid show that people really. 5 is really just yeah when it's happened. But season 2 time, we'll put it in B. I'll move it up and down. I believe it should be. So first off, the Holocron arc. I love the arc. Holocron Heist, great. Cargo Doom, great. Children of Force, it's alright. Pretty good. Senate Spy is alright. Landing at Point Range, it's pretty good. Weapons Factory is pretty great. Legacy Terriers, eh. Brain Invaders, kind of eh. Grievous Intrigue and Deserter are both great. Lightsaber Lost is pretty good. Mandalore Plot's good. Warrior Temptation's good. Dust of Mandalore good. Senate Murders aight. Cat and Mouse aight. Bounty Hunters underrated episode actually. Fun fact, very underrated episode there. Bounty Hunters. The Zillo Beast. Zillo Beast Strikes Back. Cool and cool. Disappointing? Yes. No. Actually, just forgettable. Death Trap. Cool. Art to Come Home. Good. Look, the Trackdown's pretty good. So overall, it's above there, but it's not higher than B. I don't think we can see later. The third one, I think, is this not this because they changed the armor after. I remember this being a lot better than season 2. So it starts out Clone Cadets and Arc Troopers, both really good episodes. Supply lines, it's cool actually. Spear of Influence, kind of forgettable. Corruption, actually pretty cool. The Academy, pretty good. Assassin, eh. Evil Plans is alright. Hunt for Zero is a really good episode. Quinlan Voss is the character that I wish we got more of. I wish we got the Dark Disciple in the show. I have the book. I have yet to read it. Heroes on Both Sides introduces a low tier character, but it's the start of the new outfits actually, where they all get the new looks and all that. So I can appreciate the episode for what it is. I still don't like Lux's character. Pursuit of Peace is pretty alright. Night Sisters, Monster, and Witches of the Mist are a really solid arc, and so is Overlord's Altar of Mortis. Ghost Mortis and Mortis arc is really good. The Citadel arc is pretty good, and then the Padawan Lost arc is pretty cool. So this is the first A tier arc so far. Um, I think this is the 4th season. Let me double check my DVD collection of it. Yes, it is the blue box or gray box. Actually, that blue is gray. So season 4, if I remember correctly, is really good actually. Water War Gun Attack Prisoners. It's just alright to me. It was always forgettable. I remember watching this when it premiered, but I never remember I never remember more. I just now remember that the clone commander name is Monk in this. I always thought it was like something to do with like water or mud. But it's Monk with 2 Ks. Just forgettable but not horrible. Shadow Warrior. Forgettable but actually good episode. Mercy Mission Nomad Droids. Episodes that, of course, they're two, C3PO and R2D episodes. Usually they're just overlooked, hated, but they're really entertaining episodes, especially Nomad Droids. Mercy Missions, I can understand that being hated, but it's not bad. Nomad Droids is great. Umbara arc. Oh my god, this was my favorite arc for the longest. Such a good arc. Very, very good. Kidnap, Slaves of the Republic, and Escape from Kadavo. Another fantastic arc. Fantastic and get out there. Fantastic arc as well. A Friend in Need. Despite it being a Lux episode, Ahsoka's quadruple beheading saves it. It makes it great. Well, Lux went down from great to good, but it's still a really good episode for that reason. Deception, Friends and Enemies, The Box, and Crisis on Naboo. The Bounty Hunter arc is really entertaining. But the Bounty Hunters are a key piece, like a huge like king for the show. I think they're really good, really done well. Cad Bane, Embo, other characters. The other was kind of forgettable, but Cad Bane and Embo are such good characters that I wish we really had more of. We had a few good amount of Bane episodes, but Embo, he has like one or two here and there. But Bounty Hunters is so cool. Massacre is unpopular opinion. It's in my top 10 Star Wars episodes, which might be a video later on, but it's in my top 10. Bounty is pretty cool actually. It's another Bounty Hunter episode, but I forgot about it until I rewatched the show a few months back. Brothers and Revenge. Brothers is cool, but Revenge is fantastic. Revenge is a fantastic episode. So this is the first season in S, I think. Yeah, season 5. Let's see, season 5 starts out with Revival. I remember when this aired because I couldn't watch it at first because I was at the car place with my mother because her car getting fixed. And I had to go with for some reason, and we were there like all morning, and I couldn't watch this, but I had to save them the DVR. I went home and watched this, and I loved it. A War on Two Fronts, Frontrunners, and Soft War are a cool arc. Makes Lux a half decent character, and the ending is actually kind of sad. I still like Ahsoka being all like the whole gel. It's character building, of course, but it's just really like cringy in a way. It's just cringy in a way. Tipping Points, the finale of the arc, is a really good episode. The Gathering, a test of strength, bound to rescue, and Necessary Bond, another arc that I think it's good. It has its high points, but also kind of meh points. It's a good lesson in it as well, with with this boy being like kind of arrogant, rushing into it. He's kind of like he's honestly kind of like Ahsoka was this like early on. I definitely think so. Next, Secret Weapons, A Sunny Day in the Void, Missing in Action, and Point No Return. Another one with really high highs, but this one has really low lows, which does drag the season down, I think. But then we get to Eminence, Shade of Reason, and The Lawless, which is a top. Now, I don't think it's top 5, but top 7, we'll say, Star Wars arc. Because Eminence is fantastic. Shade of Reason, it's probably the lowest point in the arc, but it's not low at all. And The Lawless. Actually, never mind. Shade of Reason is actually fantastic. I remembered the fights, yeah. And The Lawless, though, oh my god. That deserves its rating it got on IMDb. I think 9.7? It's a fantastic episode. Everything you want is in it. And then, oh my lord. Sabotage, the Jedi who knew too much. To catch a Jedi. And the wrong Jedi, man. The wrong Jedi. When I hear that note play, once he closes his hand over the bead, oh my god, that always gets to me. The start of it, she walks away. Damn, that always gets to me. Fantastic episode. I remember what I did the day after I watched the episode. I actually went to a friend's house for once that day after, and man, that episode it's still fresh in my mind watching it all of those years ago. Being like, no, what's happening now? They can't really get rid of the main character. What happens now? And then little do I know, I don't watch season 6 until 2018 about because I didn't have Netflix until around then. So I was like, no. And then there's never a season 6 trailer on Cartoon Network. Never anything about it. The show, for all we know, was just done. That was it up until the movie. But it's going into A. Above this, it got dragged down a bit, but it's still really good. Season 6. Alright. This is when I saw the first time not too long ago. Starts with the unknown conspiracy fugitive and orders, which is practically top. His chip malfunctions. He kills one of the twin Jedi's. I forget which one he kills. For me, it's Tip Lar and Tip Lear, like the Latios Latios. I don't remember them. I'll see him like, oh yeah, that's one of the two. And then I'll be like, oh, that's Tip Lee. Okay, I'll make sure to remember that. I'm like, wait, who? Yeah, same thing for me. But it's a good arc. It does. I can see the reason, but I feel like it kind of drags throughout the middle. These two, but Orders and the Unknown are both fantastic episodes, and they both have their great moments to them. And we need. I'm going to say I would. So there's a lot of Jedi we didn't see much of. We didn't see much of Kit Fisto. We didn't see much of Kiara Mundi. We didn't see much of Aayla Secura, much of Shock T, much of Eth Koth. We didn't even see Agent Kohler or Satsalis. So I wish we saw more Jedi here and there, but I get why we didn't. It's only 120 episodes or something like that, 123. But that's just a little thing I want to move in. An Old Friend, The Rise of Clovis, and Crisis at the Heart. It's a solid arc. Clovis arc, the banking clan, Obi-Wan saying Anakin, don't be jealous or don't be stupid. Clovis dies, good arc, solid. The Disappeared Part 1 and Part 2. Jar Jar's got a girlfriend. That's all that has to be said for that. Jar Jar got a girlfriend. Queenie Julie. The Lost Ones. Good episode. Obadiah. Cool place. Drugs. Love them. And then Voices, Destiny, and Sacrifices. Quality top arc. So good. So good. For that reason, let's go in here. Now, Season 7. The most recent and final season, however. I don't have a lot to say about this arc, if I'm being honest. Bad Batch arc. The Bad Batch, Distant Echo, On the Wings of Kiridex, and Unfinished Business. It's cool. Don't get me wrong, it is cool. However, its placement in the final season, while I do understand, I don't think it was the best place in this final season. Because I can see, so people said it focused on the two main characters of the final arc. The two main good guys, we'll say. Ahsoka and Rex, right? Rex got his arc, Ahsoka got her arc, and then they both finished off the last arc. However, I really wish we got the Son of Dathomir for the first arc. I really would. I really do wish, because we don't know how Maul escaped. If you don't read, if you haven't read anything, you don't know. I haven't read anything, but I've seen videos. You don't know how Maul escaped. You haven't read anything, which people don't read, man. Books are mind hurting. I don't know. People would rather just watch it. Like, I would rather watch it than read it, but I'm gonna have to read it. See how Maul escapes, even though I know how I didn't watch it. Okay, so it's solid. Next, oh my god, I hate this. Gone with a Trace, Deal No Deal, Dangerous Debt, and Together Again. Oh my god, it's garbage. Absolute fucking dog water. Why did they make this into an arc? Why was this a crucial point in the season? Like, oh yeah, Ahsoka walks around with these two morons. Like, oh, let's go scam some spice dealers. Let's go scam this crime syndicate. Oh no, we got arrested. Let's break out. Oh no, we're back in prison again. Oh no, let's go make a deal to save our friend's life. Oh, our friend's a double crossing bitch. Oh, she's not. Oh, she's a Jedi. Oh my god. Like, oh, Jedi bad, but no, Jedi alright, but Jedi also bad. Republic good, but no, not at all. It's confusing. It's really not. It's not good. It's probably the worst arc in the show. Next to the whole no new Gunray, you're under arrest from season 1 thing. This is definitely the worst arc, maybe. Which leads us into the best arc of the show, the season Mandalore, and Order 66 arc. Old Friends Not Forgotten, Phantom Apprentice, Shattered, and Victory and Death. Oh my lord. Now, I ordered both these Funko Pops right here, Ahsoka and Bo-Katan. Ahsoka Mandalore, Bo-Katan, you know. And I ordered them back in November, I think it was. Was it? Yeah. They still haven't come. I'm sad. I'm waiting on them. I haven't checked the email in a few days, so it could be the reason why I'm still like, okay, it's processing. It's shipped to the vendor. It's processing. But that's just something I wanted to say because it's kind of angering me how I'm still waiting on them. But old friends not forgotten. Oh my, that when that's a little thing. The picture, like the shot of Grievous we get and the the flashback, is so good. Oh wait, hold on. My order status updated. Label printed. Order in fulfillment. So it should be here soon. Good. But it looks so the quality of the show. I think has jumped from these two arcs here. I feel like it jumped like drastically. The quality just went up a couple tiers. Like the quality was around, this. Okay, so we're saying quality wise, early seasons, boom, boom. This was probably around here, but now it's like boom, quality wise. But is it that good really though? Phantom Apprentice is officially my favorite Clone Wars episode, and all these are like I think in the top 5 or 6. All these are. So it's really close. But Phantom Apprentice, the fight between Ahsoka and Maul, and thinking about it, it didn't make sense Ahsoka won that easily. I wasn't say easily. It was actually really close. But the fight was so good. The dialogue though from um was it Sam Wentworth who plays him, who voices Maul? The dialogue was so like I'm not one to pay attention to the dialogue and music and all usually, but this had so much like good dialogue. The music was fantastic throughout the arc. It's my favorite episode, and for good reason. Shattered. It's another good episode. We see. So it starts out with it starts out with a lot of the quietness, which we can tell. Well, that doesn't start out, but it leads with a lot of quietness when they send them all off, and you can tell something's about to happen, and it's almost anxiety inducing because the timeline at this point, everything connects the Order 6 to the Revenge of the Sith, and you know what's about to happen, but you don't want it to happen. But when Rex said, "Oh, the new briefing has come, do you want to see?" She's like, "No, go ahead." It's like that's when and then she hears Anakin, Palpatine, and Mace Windu and all that. You must choose, and zoop zoop zop zop, and something about to happen, and then you hear Commander Rex, XC Order 66, and yes, my lord. Oh my god, that hits. It hurt. It really hurt, and the fact that I knew I wouldn't have to wait the full week for the next episode made me so anxious but glad. I feel like if we didn't see Rebels, if Rebels came out after this, and we didn't know Rex and Ahsoka survived, it would have been so much so more intense and so much more anxiety inducing. Because if they die, if we didn't know they survived, then they could have just died there, and it would have made sense because they weren't anywhere to be seen in the OG or the new trilogy. You know, and then the mall hallway scene was also great. It's a nice comparison to Rogue One. Victory and death, fantastic. What else can I say about it? The final standoff, Ahsoka doing the lightsaber throw thing, which we never seen before. We've seen Anakin and Yoda both throw lightsabers before, but we never see it done. Besides that, it's underrated ability. Ahsoka saving Rex out of anyone she could save. Her greatest friend, probably one of them at least. Really good. Burying the Dead. That song. After the ship crashes, they're all on the ground. The Ahsoka looking over the graves. That scene and that song, it almost hits as hard as Ahsoka leaves. The season 5 finale song. Almost, I said, not quite. But Burying the Dead is so freaking good. I have a song. That scene when they pan over the helmets, and then the final scene where Vader finds Ahsoka's lost lightsaber. And shit. Overall, this season, well, having its low lows and its high highs, it stays mid for me. It's gonna stay high B tier because but it's not gonna be A tier. It's not an S tier. It's a B tier just because of the low lows it suffers, and the mids it suffers, and then the high highs it has. Honestly, if season 7 wasn't good, it'd be like a C tier. But that's my Clone Wars season ranking list. At the movie, if what about the movie, I'd put it in C tier. It's forgettable. It drags on. But yeah, if you did enjoy this, and if you tell me what you think in the comments, if you do have any opinions on this, I'm curious to know. I hope you all enjoyed, and goodbye.